The path of light, our journey continues. This week's takeaway from conference is milkweed. Every time you hear the word milkweed, of course we think of our monarchs. We think of the cute little caterpillar who becomes a beautiful butterfly, which we've been studying the last few weeks. I have brought my friend that I've adopted, this little caterpillar. There is a tiny one in here as well. The milkweed is essential to the caterpillar to grow. It doesn't eat anything else but this very unique plant that also flowers called milkweed. And the monarch eats and eats. You can see when there's a little bit missing from your leaf, you know you have a baby caterpillar somewhere. It is what nourishes them to grow and expand and eventually create a chrysalis. It's also very miraculous that when the butterfly is transformed into a winged creature, the butterfly, it returns to the milkweed and it drinks the nectar from the flowers in order to have strength for its migration and to continue to populate. So last week I had each of you ask yourself questions based on the metamorphosis cycle for yourself, the process that you're currently in, a process you've been through hundreds of times in your life, is to be able to identify where you are. And this week what I'd like to add to that is this idea of milkweed. What nourishes your soul? What helps you to expand and grow? What is the nectar that gives you strength to fly? As I was thinking about this, I was doing I was preparing for my devotion I do every Friday, and I was reading from some of my favorite books, and then I reached out to Mom and I was asking her about a poem that I loved, and I realized that for me, my books and poetry are nectar. And at the same time, a friend sent a song that reminded my mom of a beautiful memory when she danced with her sister, and I said, music is our nectar. And I was remembering my father. My father is my nectar. My love for him is my nectar. And now every time it's like a lens that we can put on in that process of metamorphosis to realize that we're not alone in any process, is that we're connected to everything, and to look around your life and to see in your life like what feeds you. One of my students that was in class on Sunday as well survived breast cancer. And she's always told me like that was one of the things in her life that changed her life and transformed her life for the better. And so as she was in conference, she was shaking her head to say, yes, even the cancer was my milkweed. So just today, asking yourself this question, where you are in the process, is just start identifying different things in your life to raise that vibration, to acknowledge them in a way that says, I have a relationship with you. I need you. You nourish me. You help me grow. And see milkweed not only as this great plant that nourishes our monarch, but also a way to remember what nourishes us.